That's when it starts to make a significant increase. You understand that much, right?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with a 30-year-old trying to fuck like a child?
It's just like a biological thing.
I'm about to get to the opposite end. So I took you to the end that the guy doesn't want to deal with because his offspring will not be healthy. And biologically, we're wired to want to procreate in great numbers and spread our seed. That's our biological wiring when we're mentally and biologically healthy. Conversely, when does a female start puberty?
Anywhere from like...
Just say grammar school, because some girls go early.
Yeah,
It's usually
like
roughly
grammar
around
school.
like 12, to be honest.
Well, she got an A in biology, so let her answer this.
Like, I don't know, maybe like 12.
You don't know. You got an A in biology. Come on now,
12,
hit me.
Anywhere from like 12 to 16.
12 to 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So if 12 to 16 is the age range when she goes through puberty, when is the prime birthing age for a human female, according not to society, but to biology?
Didn't you just like shit on her mom for having a baby at 17?
You're trying to distract. When is the prime
I'm not trying to
birthing
distract.
You were, because that has nothing to do with this.
I'm not threatening.
When is the prime birthing age for a female having healthy children?
Anywhere under 30.
No, at puberty.
Wrong. Thank you. It's about 16 years old is prime birthing age. And let me school you on something else. In America, the age of consent is 18.
Yeah.
How much is it, or what age is it in most other countries?
16.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
I have family in London, sorry.
Thank you.
Well, even some states in America are 16 as well.
In Germany,
Correct.
It's 16 in Canada.
And there are
14
other
is
places that it's
ridiculous.
low.
It's just
In Barbados.
wrong.
So
like,
it's not
morally.
wrong.
16.
You don't realize that you haven't come up with your own ideas. Like when you mentioned that sexuality is fluid, you didn't think of that. You heard somebody else say that. When you say
I did
it's
think
just
that.
wrong to have sex with a person under 18, that's our law. That's why you said that. But if you grew up in France, you wouldn't say that. If you grew up in Hungary, you wouldn't say that. You'd say it's wrong if they had sex with someone 16 or younger. Why? Because that's their law. And you've been enculturated with that idea. Do you understand why you're thinking what you're thinking?
I mean, I don't know.
I know you don't know. That's true.
What do you know?
I have a question.
What do you
How old
know?
are you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm past the prime birthing age. Far past it.
I know, but like, how old are you?
Karen,
You
what was your
wouldn't
question?
feel weird having sex with a 16-year-old?
He clearly
Was
has made
that ever the
clear.
question?
He never said that.
No, I'm
What
just
was that
asking because
ever?
that's the prime birthing rate.
So
Like, don't you want your kids to be like
Okay.
healthy at the prime birthing
You want
rate?
to go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just asking. I'm trying to
You
understand
completely
better.
missed his point
Right.
of what he just made.
yeah, so the start
that's what I'm asking. I'm
the
trying to
start was I
understand.
said, why are people sitting here pretending as though it made any sense when she said women reach their peak in their 30s? Like, that's an outrageous statement. And so I was saying, like, why are we pretending as though like that's normal or reasonable? Because it's not. And then that led to addressing her because she's an expert in biology. Because we wanted to establish, well, the 30s can't be the prime for the woman because human beings probably want healthy offspring, and that would be the dead end of when you can create healthy offspring. So you'd want to be closer to the prime age, and the prime age is 16. But no one said that they want to impregnate a 16-year-old, right?
No, prime as in, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I see y'all faces. When he mean prime, the subject at the moment is about procreating.
No, I understand.
Physical health of the child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Correct,
that's
yeah.
I
it.
understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when you asked the question, you weren't asking about, like, you're like, don't you think it's weird? Yeah, that's why I'm not in jail, because I do think it's weird. But
I was just asking. I understand what the previous.
yeah, but I don't
conversation
think you're
was
just asking. I think that's a manipulation technique. So generally, like if a woman feels like she disagrees with something, she's like, I was just asking, like, no guy here wants to have sex with a 16-year-old. You're just more so like, I don't like the way you're pressing my girl right here, so I'm gonna like throw some left field shit.
about. No, I genuinely
Yeah.
just curious because
it's-
were you saying that in some places it is legal to have sex with
In
girls at
many
16?
places, it's legal.
Yeah, so I was just
Yeah.
curious. I was just asking a question.
Yeah, can I say something? 'Cause,
Of course you can, Germany.
Thank you. So, because you were saying that it's normal for older men or men that are, let's say, 30 to want a younger girlfriend because of biological reasons. Did I understand that right? Yeah, right? You said that.
I stated that males are biologically wired to pursue younger women. And not
Okay.
only does all the science indicate that, you've also experienced this in society. I think that you probably realize this as well.
So, yeah. I will not debate you on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. What I want to say is that it's not about wanting a younger woman. It's about the age gap that you have with her. So you said, yeah, in many places the age of consent is very low. So in
Right.
Germany we have an age consent of 14, but it's
Yes.
still illegal for an 18 or 17-year-old
Mhm.
to fuck a 14-year-old. They have to be around the same age. And even if you're 17 and your partner is
Sure.
19, it's illegal.
I'm pretty sure it's
Because
called the
it's
Romeo
up-
and Juliet law, where you have to be within a certain range of
Yeah,
age.
so that's because there's a certain developing difference, and I think
Mm-hmm.
you will agree with me on that. That it's not about wanting to fuck a younger person. It's about the mental age difference that you
You're saying
have.
the loss.
No, I'm actually the law, and
Yeah.
because if I want to actually fuck a 16-year-old and I'm 30,
Mm-hmm.
there's just a very different developing happening.
Look, man,
for me.
ladies,
So-
this is really painful to listen to. Like, we got to exercise a little bit of critical thinking here. You guys are all showing me that some of you guys are really fucking dumb. It's very simple. He's saying that human biology, men are hardwired to go after younger women. He said that the prime birthing age is 16, so therefore anything closer to 16 is going to yield more attractive results for men. So therefore an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 21-year-old woman, 22-year-old, they're going to be more attractive than someone that's 32 because it's closer to the prime birthing year. That's all it is. We're not talking about laws or any of this other shit. We're talking
Right.
about simply biology.
Right.
So I need you guys to like stop being fucking retards and think before you speak and listen very closely to what he's saying. He's saying the closer to the birthing prime that a woman is in, the more attractive she is to a majority of men. We're not talking about laws. We're not talking about anything. We're talking strictly biology. Now, if you want to add society over it and laws, of course, the age of consent in most places, in the United States in general, federally is 18, and then some states is 16, whatever, and then you got Romeo and Juliet laws that play into it. But we're talking strictly biology here, okay? So the closer you are to that, men will typically find that more attractive. And regardless of a man's age, they've done this in studies, men find girls 18 to 24 the most attractive, regardless
Bingo.
of how old they are, regardless of where they're from, regardless of their religious background, regardless of their socioeconomic status. It's a fact.
But
Can I
nobody
give an
was debating
example?
you guys on that. We're just saying that it's not right to
No,
have
because you
No,
guys
you
are
know
trying
why?
to,
No, but
because you
they're
guys are
just
trying
like-
to deflect into legality and all this other bullshit. And it's like, bro, he was very clear that the closer to the prime birthing years a woman is, the more attractive she is to a majority of men.
Like, if you remove society from the equation and you're like solely
Yeah.
focusing on biology, ideally a man would want to be with somebody who's, and it's not right, but somebody
No,
who's
no,
14
but
or 16
Can
or
I give
whatever.
an example,
But
lady? Sorry to
that's
cut off. Can I
normal,
please give an example?
That's just normal. Like nobody was.
We have to stop with the
disagreeing on
selective
that.
hearing. Like, if we're going to have a discussion, we have to take everything in and not just take, oh, I don't like this part, so I'm going to excuse this. You have to understand the entire context of the conversation.
I mean, some of you wanted older men as well. We didn't judge you for that. We just
Right.
said, cool, is what it is.
You know why? The reason you don't judge them for wanting older men is because men are more like an asset appreciating in time. Women are more like a liability that depreciates rapidly with time. And subconsciously, you're all bothered by the fact that, as you age, your value is declining. So you have to create a psychological superstructure that makes guys feel guilty about wanting younger women. Because we can sit back and pursue younger women infinitely. And so you have to make them feel guilty so that they behave and they consider you like when you end up like her. So when you end up 30 years old like her with 2 divorces, you still want to be accessible and appealing to guys like me, when in reality, I travel around the world and chicks will holler at me who are 18, 19, 20, 21, and I could probably do this for another 10 years. And so you realize that here's the biological reality. Once you get past that 30, you start creeping into something called menopause. And menopause is a cold
At what
motherfucking
age?
thing.
30.
After
No,
30, you
menopause
start-
is like 45.
No, it's
No,
not.
after 30, you start creeping into it, though. Like,
yes, you
your
have
fertility
early
goes down.
menopause. Yes.
Menopause.
And notice
Menopause
she
is
gets
like when your period
Menopause.
stops.
No, girl.
Menopause.
It's more
It's
than
when your
that.
hormones and everything start changing.
Yeah.
changing.
Hot flash.
I think
It's
after
coming
30,
right
my
up.
hormones just went
Yeah,
up like
Russia's
fucking
coming.
crazy. So
Okay, I just want, can I
But
give an
here's the
example?
problem
Okay.
with menopause, right? So you're actually becoming a different person that's less desirable to the guy that you're with, which is why you all should try to be monogamous and faithful to a guy who really loves you and is going to hold on to you. Because when menopause shows up, all of a sudden you're in the room, you're like, damn, it's really hot in here. Everybody else in the room like, the fuck? It's cold as shit.
And it
Menopause.
smells.
It's unexplainable. You're becoming an unpleasant person to be around. He starts trying to max you out. He's like, damn, it's kind of dry in here. It's like sandpaper in this motherfucker. Menopause, vaginal dryness. He's like, you know what? I think I want to have another kid. You're like, I can't do that. Menopause. So you're having all of these things that are causing you to rapidly decline. And not only that, your mind and personality can be changing because your hormonal balance is changing. So the way you behave and relate to him is also changing. So you're rapidly declining in value, all the values that the guy seeks. And for that very reason, you should try your best to lock in a guy. Marriage is primarily for the female. And the reason you're subconsciously angry that guys want younger women is because you know you won't be young forever. And you want to have a hot girl summer, not realizing that shit is really limited. You better lock in a guy before you turn 24, because after that, low key, people ain't checking for you. It's a wrap.
But would you agree?
Wait, can I give an example, ladies? I've been asking.
Good.
So the example, just to wrap this whole conversation up, besides you all, just saying, about the age and everything. For example, breasts. When you get older, they sag. You see mine's, they're real. You see hers, they look great. But at the end of the day,
Mine, they're real. See hers?
like, not like that, 'cause they look nice. They look like mine, but I don't wear wire. I don't
Pull
have.
them out. Show them what
no,
you're talking
I'm
about.
not going to show you, but just know I have a sheer bra on,
Sweet,
no
show 'em what
padding.
you're talking about.
I don't have no padding.
Quit playing
I'll
with
just
me.
say that. However, when you get older or whatever, you pay to look younger.
No, I
And
know. I
that just-
wasn't disagreeing
not
with
you,
that.
I'm just-
What about women
you're
who
giving
get
me
plastic
make eye
surgery at
contact with her.
18?
Well, because they want to. They want to be. It's up to this. With plastic surgery, it's like, are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for the male?
Go ahead, baby.
You get like me. I'm
Tell her
chunky.
something.
Like I'm chunky, but I'm a stocky girl. However, I love myself. Like I love to rub my little belly. You know what I'm saying? But
go
I
ahead,
do
baby.
want to get lipo. Not for a guy. I don't have a fupa. It's definitely no fupa. I legit got However, I want lipo for me. Like
Why
not
not
for
just
a
go to the
guy.
gym?
I can, but
Or
I've
just stop
always been
eating, you
chunky
know?
and stocky.
Hey,
Just go
I
to
eat
the
healthy,
gym.
by the way.
you're right.
too.
If BBMLD can get
I don't want no more abs. I got
lipo, then
everything
you
like
could get
that.
lipo too.
Yeah, I just want to,
Here,
because
Queen.
I just want some of the fat cells to go away. That's it. So I'm
Fuck,
continuing
Queen.
working out. That's it.
If you look at, makeup and all beauty procedures that women employ, they're all done in an effort to turn back the clock to make a woman look more youthful
Yeah.
in
But
general.
what about the women who get plastic surgery at 17,
They
18?
could be
Mentally ill.
insecure.
They're mentally ill.
They're
Yeah.
insecure.
Mentally ill.
Trauma.
What kind of plastic surgery are they getting? Like BBLs and stuff like that?
Well,
Emotional
any
damage.
plastic surgery, facial,
It
body.
is. It is an insecurity thing. Like for me personally, I got my nose done literally right when I turned 18 because I was just insecure about it.
Yeah, you're insecure.
Yeah, I was. Now I feel better. Now I feel better.
I'll read the chat. Anything else on this age thing? Because like
Yeah.
I said before, you guys were kind of going on another tangent, but we were talking strictly biology. Anything?
Not on the age thing, but
ahead.
I have a question for the men on this podcast.
Sure.
Do you guys agree that behind every successful man,
Here we
there's
go.
a strong woman
I knew you were gonna say that.
behind?
What is an NFT?
An NFT is a cryptocurrency.
Nice. Are
Are you trying to humble me on this podcast?
No, I'm just teasing
That's
you.
all
like,
he's been trying.
What is
no,
an NFT?
Yeah.
I like this question. We was talking about it on fan.
Yeah, okay.
okay.
Who wants to take this one first, and then we'll read the chats. And guys, like I said, I'll read the chats that came in before, but 50 and up from this point forward, that will be read. But every single chat that comes in will be shown on screen. Don't worry.
Marquette?
So you're asking, do we believe that behind every successful man there's a
Strong woman.
strong woman?
Yeah, behind him, like his wife.
I think that every successful man is smart enough to keep productive people around him, whether they're employees, friends, family, colleagues, wife. So I don't think a woman will ever make a man successful, but a successful man will always have women around him, whether it's a wife or otherwise.
But you think that it's better for a man to have multiple women than just one?
I think if you have something good, having more of these good things is probably smart, right? Like if you do you like Chanel purses, right? Would you rather have one Chanel purse or two Chanel purses?
Well, that women are not Chanel purses.
Right, they're better and more productive. So I would for sure
The
want
Chanel
more than
purse
one.
can't give me advice. The Chanel purse
mean-
can't get up and like.
Right, and you've heard
Talk
people
to
say
me.
two heads are better than one, right? Have you heard that?
I've never heard that.
Anyone else grew up in America? You've heard people say two heads are better than one, right?
Yeah,
She
but do you
has
know
it.
that-
Pardon?
Yes,
Yeah,
I have heard
yeah.
that.
It's a saying in America: two heads are better than one.
do you
right?
It's
know
also
there's,
a
like,
saying in
80
America that behind every strong man, it's not just a saying in America, it's a saying across the world that behind
Yeah.
every strong man is a stronger woman.
I haven't
Stronger?
heard it. Yeah, I haven't heard that, but
It's a variation.
I think that smart men want a good woman, and a good woman is extremely valuable, and we should
Right.
all seek to have a good woman with us. There's no doubt about that.
Example: Michelle Obama and yeah,
Bro, what the fuck
Yeah.
you doing, man?
Sure. Yeah, I think we all want a good woman.
Well, Obama got
No doubt
a
about
real great woman behind
Bro,
him.
that's one girl out
So-
of
Two men?
Isn't there like a theory that Michelle Obama was like a dude?
There
Canada knows, bro.
Exactly.
I didn't know. I mean, right?
You're dirty. You're dirty.
You know, You a PI? Are you a PI?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna have
But
to
people
hire
were like
you.
saying that like apparently they
Yo.
there was this one friend that Barack Obama had that he was pictured with all the time, and if you look at him, he looked damn like Michelle Obama.
That's crazy.
I mean,
And Barack Obama did write that letter. Did you hear about that letter he wrote where he was talking about the
Yes.
gay fantasies he
Michael
has?
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
so
That's
what's that Big Mike?
insane.
Yeah.
Big Mike?
This is news to me.
This is scary.
Yo, chat saying that right now?
Holy. Okay, we got some chats here.
Yeah, we got a
piling
lot.
up.
We got a lot.
So we got here. Anonymous says, "Peace to the saints. You are right. Student loans is the most profitable domestic product that the U.S. possesses. That's a fact. We will never be able to. Where to go?